Good morning. How are you both doing today?
Oh, thank you. We are well. Thanks so much for meeting with us.
It's nice to meet you both. My name is David, he and him, and I'm one of the family therapists here at Westlake Community Health.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Loea. Feel free to call me by my first name, and then this is my son here, Joe.
I see. Welcome to both of you. Before we get started, I just want to quickly go over our informed consent. As I read in your intake, it would appear Joe here is the client, and because of this, you two just need to understand confidentiality. So whatever we say in here will be kept between us. And unless subpoenaed by a court, or if you tell me something like you're going to hurt yourself or others, um, then does that make sense? Okay, great. Also, I see here that you're 12 years old, Joe. Until you're 14, your dad here can ask me questions about what is happening in therapy. Should we be doing individual sessions? But because of that, I'd like to make an agreement with you, sir. If you are to ask, I will not provide specifics, but provide you with general progress.
I mean, he's my kid. I want to know what's going on, but okay, I suppose that's fair.
Great. Okay, that wraps up that. And let me just say that this time will be an ongoing, at this time will be an ongoing process. So we will continue to make adjustments as needed. So what brings you in today?
So, Joe, would you like to tell him? Oh, come on, son. It's okay, but I mean, he told me he wants to be a girl.
That Well, that's quite a realization. And I can imagine this must be a big adjustment for you as well, Loea.
Yeah, it's just I'm worried, he's my boy and I don't want anything that could hurt him. He gets made fun of at school already as it is, and I'm afraid this might lead to it happening more often. I have nothing against the LGQT population, but the way the world is right now, I just want to make sure that he's doing what's right for him.
I see. Well, those are normal fears that many of our clients' parents have here.
Oh, really? Oh, are you a parent?
I am. And because of that, I can say that as a parent, we both want what is best for our children. But if
Mhm.
I may, it sounds like there's another piece to you. You've known Joe as Joe all of their life. And now they say that they want to be your little girl. What are you experiencing, Loea? What you're experiencing, Loea, is a form of loss.
Hmm.
You are losing your son, but you're also gaining a daughter.
Hmm.
In fact, we can think of it as losing the idea of who your son was, but gaining the knowing of who your daughter really is.
Oh, wow. Never really thought of it that way, but I love him the way he is right now.
Uh, and that doesn't mean your feelings are invalid. The loss of Joe and the birth of who she really is are very real. And so it most likely takes some time to process, time to heal, but also time to love, which is something you obviously have a lot of for your child. Loea, would it be okay if I spoke to Joey alone for a bit?
Why?
Well, I'd like to ask him a few questions, and I'd also like it if you could take some time to yourself to think about what this process would feel like. And if you have any questions you might have about the future.
All right. Okay, no problem.
Well, Joe, parents can be quite the worriers, huh? Always jumping to conclusions before we can even explain ourselves. My mom was the same way. Seemed like anything I did easily turned into a big thing?
He's an asshole sometimes.
Hmm. Sure, is he like that a lot?
I don't know. Only when he gets stressed, I guess. I mean, you know, he won't even listen to context after that, and he pretty much just wants to listen to himself. So
Hmm. Yeah. Well, from the sound of it, whatever he heard is quite a bombshell.
He's not wrong.
What he heard was that you want to be a girl.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a name you'd prefer me to call you? What about your pronouns?
I mean, it's gonna sound, I don't know. I want to be called Joey, and I guess she and her probably fit a little better.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Joey, and I want to thank you for being so honest with me. I really appreciate it. Say, do you mind me asking how long you felt this way?
I don't know, like a long time.
Hmm. What's a long time, Joey? 6, 7, 8 years?
I don't know, since I was 7.
Oh, and you're 12 now. Well, that's a long time. Do you remember the first time you felt that way?
I guess. I think I was like 7 years old, and my cousins they used to play this game with me called like a fashion show, and they would put me in girls' clothing, and um, I don't know. I mean, it felt right, but as I got older, they were like, boys aren't supposed to do that anymore, so they stopped doing it. But I really liked it, and I don't know. I read a lot on. Do you know what Reddit is? And
Mhm.
I talked to a few of my friends on Discord about it. And I don't know.
Hmm. Gotcha. Well, it sounds like you did your research and that you have some pretty supportive friends. You said your cousins used to dress you up. How did it feel when you saw yourself in these clothes?
It was good. I guess like I I wanted to keep wearing it, and it felt, I don't know, it felt really bad whenever I had to give them back. And I mean, I remember like even at school, after I would, afterwards I would have these feelings where I'd want to go into the girls' line during lunch or at the bathroom or something, and um, I even got yelled at one time. Um, Teachers were like, "You're in the wrong line," and called my dad and stuff. But it was, it was just like they were just like, "Oh, your son doesn't understand," something. I don't know.
I see. And did you ever tell your friends or family about these feelings?
Not recently, I guess. I mean, I got two friends on Discord. One of them goes to my school actually. She's a grade above me, um, 13, 14. The other one's her friend from a different school, and I told them, or at least I talked to them about it, and uh, they kind of told me about HRT, coming in, you know, um, yeah.
Mhm. And do they present as themselves at school?
Um, the older one, my friend Naomi, she does. Um, she started blockers a year ago, and so she's like really happy. The other one's half out, but she goes to one of the boys' schools down the road, so she has to wear a uniform. So
Hmm, nice. Would you like to do the same?
I really do. But my dad's right. Um, I get bullied a lot in school. There's this one guy. I mean, he calls me a faggot. Um, and I don't know. He says I give off gay vibes, and so that's why I like. That's why he picks on me.
Hmm. I'm so sorry to hear that, Joey. A lot of times bullies pick on us because they are worried about themselves and how others might see them.
You sound like my dad, but I don't really think I can tell the bully that.
Yeah, probably not. You're a bright kid. Let me ask you, Joey, does your friend in the class above, did she get picked on?
No. And that's what's so frustrating. I mean, I don't want, she's my friend, and I don't want her to get picked on, but like she passes really well. And she even gets to use the girls' bathroom, and there's even some boys in like my class that like her. Um, and it's really annoying because like I want to sort of, I guess, be like that too, but I'm afraid even on HRT, like I won't look like that. And but I still want to do it because I heard that, I read that the earlier you start, the better chance you have of passing.
Hmm. Yes, that's true. And that sounds really frustrating, Joey. And while I can't answer all of your questions about HRT, I can definitely put you in touch with a specialist, an endocrinologist, and they can give you and your dad more information. Uh, but I can tell you that this is a massive change, a really big commitment, and it takes time. And perhaps those are some things we can explore in our sessions together.
Okay.
Okay, well, I promised your dad I would bring him back at some point. So would it be okay if I did that? Or is there something else you'd like to discuss right now?
Um, okay, I have one question, and I want you to be really honest with me. When you look at me, uh, do you think I'm able to pass one day?
Well, let's just say I've seen a lot of people come through this clinic with the same questions, Joy. And the best advice I've heard from a longtime patient is the best way to pass is to be happy with who you are.
I guess that's true. I just I guess I just sort of hope it's true for me too. Um, Thanks for listening or whatever. It's sometimes I think, I don't know, with the way everything is nowadays and stuff, it's difficult to be honest with myself. And but you know, I have these feelings that I want to pass, and I want to be myself and who I really am and who I'm really supposed to be. But I'm just, yeah, I'm just a little scared at the moment.
Yes, of course. So, one of the main reasons we go to counseling is to have that listening ear. And I aim to listen, to offer insights, to give you a chance to reflect, and to be a support for you. Before we bring back your dad, why don't we discuss the goals you and I can create for our time together? First, I think a twice monthly session would be a great check-in, talk story, and dive deeper into how you're feeling. I'd like to see you twice a month for 1 year and then see where we're at. Does that sound like a good first goal?
Yeah, I mean, a year sounds like a lot, but maybe that's something I need. I don't know.
Mhm.
What about the what about the second goal?
Yeah, I was thinking the second goal could be to connect you to an endocrinologist at Westlake Medical. This doctor is one of the best, and she is really kind. Really kind. Well, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds great. Um, Thanks.
All right, sounds good. Okay, let's loop in your father. Welcome back, Loea. Thanks for giving us a chance to chat a bit.
Yeah, thank you. So can I ask, what did you two talk about?
Sure, of course. Well, while you're away, Joey did ask to be addressed with the pronouns she and her. And I know this may feel like a big shift, but it's important we understand Joey has this decision in front of her. This is a decision that they have to make. And like any decision, it's important to offer support. Also, through the therapeutic process, we aim to illuminate some of the risks so Joey can make this decision as informed as possible and ideally with your support.